Will the market go up or down? Should you lock in or float? Find out this and more with Master of the Markets, hosted by Barry Habib of MBS Highway. Brought to you by Planet Home Lending. Secured by private equity, Planet Home Lending might just be the largest wholesale lender you've never heard of. Our competitive pricing opens the door, but we know it's our knowledgeable and accessible account executives who will make Planet Home Lending your first and last look on every loan.
Master of the Markets, I'm Barry Habib at MBS Highway. This is created exclusively for Mortgage News Network, brought to you by our friends at Planet Home Lending. Rates are out of this world. Hey, you have to take a look at what the Fed said last week about the next move to unwind their balance sheet coming relatively soon. And what does that mean? Well, to me, it means September. They don't like to make moves without it being at a Fed meeting that has a press conference. There's two of them remaining this year, one in September, one in December. December looks a little too far out. September fits the bill for relatively soon, but there's a lot of data between now and then. Now, what does this mean? They're going to start off gently. I think they make the announcement in September. Whether they start in October or December or January, that remains to be seen. The Fed likes to kind of procrastinate a little bit. Now, once this starts, the Fed will gradually slow down their reinvestment in mortgage-backed securities. Right now, the number one buyer of mortgage-backed securities, they're buying $30 billion a month. Where do they get this money? They have $1.8 trillion of mortgage bonds. As people pay monthly payments, the principal portion the Fed collects. As people refinance, pay off their old mortgage, if the Fed had that old mortgage as part of their balance sheet, the Fed gets that money. If somebody sells their home, pays off their old mortgage, if the Fed had that on their balance sheet, the Fed gets that money. They're taking that money and reinvesting it to keep their balance sheet consistent at $1.8 trillion. They're not letting natural pay downs, payoffs, amortization occur. So what the Fed's going to do is start to allow that, but in small bite-sized pieces, and increase it every 3 months. What that's going to do is that's going to mean a little less buying. I don't think it really impacts us too much, but in trying to handicap this, this means everything else equal, I expect to see about a 0.25%, 0.3% pressure to the upside. That means rates are a little better now than they probably will be later this year or early next year. Get that message out to your customers. Now, with regards to this week, it's jobs week already. Will it be a strong jobs number? Well, there's a lot of components that we're going to get pieces of and start to analyze. One of those parts of the puzzle that the Bureau of Labor Statistics uses in order to compile this, it's really a guesstimate is what they do for the business survey on how many jobs created, is the unemployment report. So every Thursday there's an unemployment report. There's 1 week they choose to be what they call their sample week. It was a really low number, 234,000 people filing for initial jobless claims. That suggests that this one piece of the puzzle, now there are other pieces that can override it, but this one piece of the puzzle suggests that this number could be strong. That could be a little bit troublesome for interest rates for bond prices. And with regards to that, we're in a very important range. I think we're battling right now a level that we have to keep a watch on. It's about 231 on the 10-year. We've been here before. If this level is given, the next stop is 2.385 to the upside. To the downside, we could actually see it drop to 218. So it's a really wide range, about 100 basis points or so in pricing on mortgage bonds, about 0.25% in rate. So this is why this is an important level to keep a watch on. And certainly this week, with the data that we're going to have on housing, which will be important to convey to your customers, the PCE, which is personal consumption expenditure, the Fed's favorite gauge of inflation, the ADP jobs report, the BLS big jobs report, this will determine the direction of rates. So big news week ahead. We'll keep you posted. Take a look at MBS Highway and follow it every day. Stay ahead of your competition and really help your customers. Don't you deserve it, and don't they? Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Feel the difference of what a decentralized operation makes. With account executives in your backyard and in your office, not hidden in a call center, we know what you and your borrower desires based on your market, and will be in your office helping you through every step of the way. Those are just a few of the differences our clients see every day with Planet Home Lending Wholesale.
This is Mortgage News Network.